Whew. Alrighty, back in the old shed. Yeah, a few things to talk about today. Nothing particularly exciting, just bits and pieces and trips and some stuff for the bike. New tyre, tank bags, bits and pieces, bit of camping gear. Just getting ready for the weekend. So this weekend I've got a ride coming up, which I'm looking forward to. Should be up in the Clarence River, up around Carnham sort of area, Carnham Road. Do a big loop and back through to Ulmarra, but that is the plan for that one, so it should be fun. There's a lot of really nice roads up around there. Just cut across some farm country and try and find a nice little spot on the river. There is a few spots I know, free camping, and it should be fun just to get down and just get out. Just get out again. Been a little while. Had about 4 days of rain, which wasn't overly exciting. So we're past that, and my free weekend is coming up. So yeah, go to the Clarence camp, probably 2 nights. One night on the Clarence River, and the next night I think I'm going to stay at the Ulmarra pub, which should be something different, just on the river there, and go a bit of exploring out from Ulmarra, so should be fun. But in preparation for this solo camping ride, I've got a few things sort of happening. Probably the first thing, or the main thing, is just storage on the bike. There's always an issue with storage, and I've had, I've got, pretty sure they're 20 litre bags, maybe they're 15. They're not overly big. Yeah, so as anyone knows with motorbike camping, you're sort of limited with what you can take. Yeah, so you pretty well got the bare essentials, and a smaller bike like this with fairly small bags, yeah, you sort of got to pack carefully, and you got to think about everything you put in there. So previously, you probably remember, I had just a little bum bag, literally just on the handlebars, and it worked fine. I just put GoPro batteries in there and put a power brick and a couple of muesli bars and stuff like that, and it wasn't too bad. Like it seemed a good idea, but what it did was, it ended up, I'll show you what it did. It was very annoying. What it did, I was literally just sitting here, hanging down there, but every time you turn the wheel, it'd hit the bloody fuel breather. So it ended up knocking it off midway through a trip, and anyone who knows, when they're gone, all you smell is petrol. So it was a very miserable sort of the rest of the trip. It was about an 800-kilometre trip. So I put up with the smell of fuel for a while. So I've ended up scrapped the idea, took the old bloody thing off, took the bum bag off there, just figured, it's a bit of a pain. Not only because it knocks that off, but it just wasn't quite right. So I've got this little bracket up here now, which is, this one holds the controller for the drone. So if you see any drone shots follow on the bike, the controller's on there. But anyway, so we've sort of changed ideas and gone to the rig bag. So this is just a smaller Nelson rig bag. So I sort of tossed up between a few different size tank bags. And on this bike, this one, whilst it's fairly small, it sort of suits my needs at the moment. Tossed up between, there's a bigger model than this one. I'll put it up on the screen. But that's it's a CL 1045 or 1045. And that's a bigger model, slightly bigger model. That's very popular. Probably a little bit more than what I needed. So I ended up getting this little fella, which is a 1040, what they call a trail. Was it the trail bag or trail's end bag or something it's called? But it seems right. I mean, it's a good bag. It's just storage-wise. Trying to do this one hand. So all I really needed was just the ability for a power brick, because I haven't got power connected to the bike yet. So a power brick, hold some food, like you see the size of my hand. There's a bit of room in there, just a little bit of first aid stuff, nothing too fancy. USB, leads. But yeah, you can put some food in there, you could probably put a little drink bottle, but at the end of the day, I'll just use it for like camera equipment and snacks, like, snacks in the sense of like muesli bars and things like tins of tuna and just simple stuff that I can get to. But it's well built. And the top sort of section of it, this little section's like designed for maps or whatever, but you could put your phone in there. But as we know in Australia, a phone sitting in there will have a hard time to get pretty bloody hot. and can sort of shut down, but little handy map storage thing at the top. Yeah, good little bag. I got it, I think I paid $89, $10 postage. It was on sort of special, so bloody quality thing. Very happy with the build of it. This one's not actually waterproof. It's probably, yeah, you'd have a shower to be fine, but it's not waterproof. Whereas that other model I told you about, the bigger one, the 1045, it'd be nearly double the storage and it's waterproof. It's just a matter of whether you want a tank bag that big or just a little fella like this. For me, this will do for now. And the other thing, new tyre. So pretty well, I've had these before. This is a Dunlop 606, which is a pretty, I guess it's a 50-50 tyre. You can probably see in this, the profile's quite round, so it's got good cornering road ability. It's got decent knobbies on there, like quite chunky, but they're quite close together, so it just gives you a nice smooth ride on the road. But, you know, cheap as chips. Pretty well, I think from the last ones I had them on my CRF rally, and I think I got around 5,000-6,000 Ks out of them, out of a rear, which is pretty good. Depends how you ride and how heavy your bike is, but I expect 5,000 Ks out of them, and I think this one, I got it $114, but they're generally around sort of 130 if you hunt around. But yeah, the other options from these, obviously a more aggressive version is the 605, which is extremely popular, but they're not quite as good on the road. They're a good off-road tyre, whereas these are a good on and reasonable off-road tyre. So it depends on your riding. I cover a lot of sort of highway miles to get to places, so a tyre like this is going to suit me better. If my rides were close, all bush, or 80% bush, 20% tar, I'd get a 606 again. For now, this is a good thing. I'll show you the tyre that's on the bike. Very similar. It's a Dunlop pattern I'd actually never heard of. I'll show you that one. It's got about 4,000 Ks on it. I'll show you that one. So the one that's currently on it, this is what came with the bike. This is the Dunlop K850A, and it's probably a more road orientated version of the 606. Yeah, the blocks are a bit bigger. I don't know, it's actually a pretty good tyre. Like, I've done about 4,000 Ks. It was brand new when I got it. Yeah, you can see it's pretty well met the centre line now. It's got one more ride in it. I'll do this ride on the weekend, but it's pretty well run its course. So 4,000 Ks, it'd probably do 5. Then it'd get a little bit too crappy for my liking, but yeah, not a bad tyre. Those who sort of follow my channel would remember this thing not working. Good old speedo cable. So yeah, I had it sort of just a little end. The wire broke at the end of it, but it was out of commission for probably about 2,000 kilometres. So that was a bit lazy of me not to fix it, but yeah, all done now. $28. Speedo cable's up and running. So yeah, so another thing I've got for this camping ride, I got a new pillow. My other one just had a slow leak, and about every 2 hours you'd wake up, blow it up, and then go back to sleep for 2 hours again, which drove me insane. So I've ended up buying a new one. So this one's got good reviews. I'll put the picture up, but yeah, mate, 20 something bucks, $28, and I think 7,000 people have bought it, and everyone's reckoned it's great. So it'll do for this trip. We'll see how we go. Should be all right. So yeah, basically now all I'm gonna do is pack the bike, load her up, fuel her up, although she's not far off full, fuel it up and then just head up the coast. Probably first stop Grafton and loop my way up, sort of up towards Casino and cut across the farm country to the Clarence. Should be good, looking forward to it. 2-night freedom, 2-night just enjoying our beautiful country. Yeah, so another thing I bought, I've always been curious about them, just for a camping sort of novelty thing. I'm pretty sure it'll come in handy, is one of those ferro firelighters. I bought an RKR one, it's flint, steel, whatever you want to call them, but yeah, I bought one of those just as a just a bit of a novelty thing when getting the fires going. But I'm sure, you know, when a lighter's wet or it's a bit tough getting the fire going, it'll come in handy. Either way, I got one and I'm looking forward to seeing how I can get a fire going with it. Should be interesting. This will be a novice's attempt at lighting a fire with an interesting little bit of gear. Alright guys, I'm pretty well out of here. Stay tuned, see where I end up, in the campsite. I'm looking forward to whatever campsite I get, as long as it's near the water and there's no one near me, it'll be great. Alright, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers for watching.